When the Russians invaded and annexed Ukrainian territory in 2014, Ruslan and Olga decided to pull off a land grab of their own. You see the green, scenic space they're standing on? It used to be leased by the Russian embassy in Kyiv. Before Ruslan and Olga worked their magic, this place was an abandoned, unkept dump that, in many ways, reflects the lack of care and destruction Russia brings to the Ukrainian lands it bombs into submission before occupying them. Ruslan and Olga decided Moscow would not claim this plot of land.
I think it's cool that you're like, fuck it, I'm taking this shit, like, you know, it's good.
Yeah, so yeah, like, if your country don't like believe and don't like know about the international rules, so if you are not following,
using this rule,
yeah, if you are not following the rules, so why we should follow the rules?
We're in Podil, one of the most popular districts in Kyiv. The foot traffic isn't what it used to be before the war, but folks still come out to enjoy the amusement rides, get coffee, and stroll the streets. I always tell people back home that even getting a cup of coffee and going on a date is resistance. But what Ruslan and Olga have done to reclaim this space goes well beyond that.
The war looks not like you see in the movies. We know about the war from the movies too, but war now is for 3 years, so we need to do some processes during the war just to keep ourselves alive. And we need a rest after all suffering, news about sufferings. We need places to recreate ourselves. And what helps person to recreate? It's community, nature.
Like many men in Ukraine, Ruslan became a soldier after the big war in 2022. But when he and his wife took over this territory nearly 10 years ago, he didn't know that he'd be fighting to liberate land beyond this park some 10 years later.
For some guys, it's hard to back home. For me personally, it's nice. It's good. It's pretty okay. So in the next day, I'm trying to forget about everything and enjoy the city, the family, the everything. Like enjoy the normal life.
And may I say about you and this garden? I think that this garden helps you when you come back here from home to adapt faster, because it really helps this trees and some work and some problems that you need to solve. I'm a studio photographer, portrait photographer, good one.
For now, I'm military. Before that, I was the software developer.
Now tell me, it's funny, like, how do you know that he's working when he was in the front line?
Yeah, I could explain to you technically how it works. So sometimes when I have the free time on the front line and I have internet connection, I could do some, I have the old laptop, I have a new laptop, so I connect in through internet, through remote connection from old laptop to the new laptop, and trying to do my software development when I have the free time and I need to switch from the war to the civilian stuff.
And when I come back home and see that his new laptop is working and lights on, I understand that he's still alive and he's working. Sorry. Yeah, but it's good for me. It's like he's just right behind me when I see his working laptop and some code on the screen.
And some magic happens.
And yeah, some magic happens. So yeah, it's we call it a life-war balance.
This is just one of many green zones throughout Kyiv. Ruslan and Olga took it over in 2015, but the city officially terminated the lease with the Russian government in March of 2020. If only Ukraine could evict Russian occupiers out of Crimea and the rest of its territory as easily as it did with this plot of land.
Another side of this story, this place, and also the 3 different places in Kyiv was rented by Russian embassy for about 50 years. They planned to build the embassy here and some other stuff, and we was not happy with decision, and so we decided like it wasn't the main reason, but it was the nice
Hiding reason.
hidden reason and nice part of this park.
The story starts that there were nothing, only garbage. It was place where people put some, I think, garbage. There was 6 trash bins, a lot of rats, and there were nothing. And it was a scary place for not only kids, it was a scary place for adults. So all shadows from trees, all trees, it's like treasure for us here to have nice place to rest when it's like 30 degrees and over. So we start from cleaning all and making a bench around the tree to use this shadow for all people, special for older people or for kids. This is boxes for vegetables and flowers. Hello. Yeah, there is some strawberries growing here.
Yeah.
We will have it in a couple days. It's red ones is here. And this mint. Children are very interesting to taste the vegetables from the ground. It's a small land. It's not a big part of land, but it has a big history, huge history. We inspired, at first I inspired by community gardens in New York, ABC avenues in Manhattan, on Manhattan. And then the first version of Samosat, we inspired by Princess Garden in Berlin.
Maidan basically was like a topic starter for many changes in the country, and basically this place it's also one of the reason. Maidan is one of the reasons why this place happened, because in 2014 we found out that we could change something if we are together, if we could communicate with all people like on the low level, and on the low levels we could change something even without the government help or major help, because all this place has happened because we have the strong community.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, if this was rented by the Russian embassy, how did you take it? Because
In the same way, we just take it.
And it's like a block community, people who live nearby, they're in evenings, they come here and communicating. Especially now we have little blackouts every day because Russians try to kill our infrastructure. So when electricity is off, everyone come here and we are communicating, and it's nice. We renovated the bench this year. Again, because we renovated it time to time, and you can see names of the first donators. We have much more donators now. There is, I think it's like 100 or 150, but now we have like 500 donators for this year's. And when we put trees, people said, wow, we are so grateful that
It looks serious.
yeah, it looks serious, and that you didn't
So now the
stop
park,
doing it.
park
Yeah.
looks like a park.
Yeah. Because
okay, so the trees weren't here,
No,
no,
but just except this one.
only
this one, yeah. So all
And
these trees are
all
new.
these trees,
Oh.
Everything,
bushes,
everything here maybe
we
except
bought.
this tree and that tree.
So
They
yeah,
are new.
it's our first investment, and then people others start to donate because they see that we put our money here. We're not only asking, we're putting our money here, and then they start to.
Yeah, and they start to believe that all right, so now you can do something.
If
Okay,
they
so
are
you
doing
could
it,
use
so
my money for that.
yeah, they are really serious about it.
So it actually makes the community
Yeah.
stronger, you know? Like, okay, they see you, then everyone else is, but
Yeah.
you started it.
Yeah, and a few guys from who are helping with this park and who are owners, they're now in the army. So like myself and also one guy, Orest. So yeah, and we hope that after this war, when we will win, we will celebrate maybe here.
Yeah, we will.
Yeah.
Yeah, we will celebrate here. It's
Yeah,
place for celebrating the victory. Yes.
And so, how has this war impacted you both?
He is in army. He
I'm
is
started to be
a
in
combatant.
the military, yeah.
I'm started to be wife of combatant. Combatant, or how to say it?
Veteran.
Veteran. I'm the wife veteran. He wasn't here for 2 years.
Yeah, so
It's last month he's here because he's recreating.
Yeah. I had a problem with my leg
Yeah, yeah.
after the Russians.
Rehabilitation.
Rehabilitation. He
Now,
had
for now,
rehabilitation
yeah.
last month. So these 2 years we.
Yeah, we will try. When I just came back from the front line, I had the problem with my leg, and I've tried to said like, let's go to the park, even if for me the walk was the painful.
Very painful.
Yeah,
but
very, very painful.
But it was the first place where we go. So last few years, after start of the war, surprise, surprise, opened to friendly businesses. Danny and afternoon, Veronica, Ola, we know these people. They are from community of Podil. We know they before, and before they open the openings, they were talking with us, saying we want to open our places. How you about this? How will we cooperate and communicate about this? So.
So you two, like, you feed off of each other, you know?
Yeah, we know each other.
Cooperating, but this supports this and this supports
Yeah,
that.
it's like when before that it was not the great businesses there, but after that this park starts to be like a magnet. So when you are the growing, so your responsible area should be bigger and bigger. So like you are responsible not just for your flat, you're responsible for your house, for your street, for your like block, for your city, for your country, and so on and so on. And these guys are investing in the good view, in the good community. And when somebody are resting here, they also could buy the tea here or coffee here or have some food, and after that rest here again. We are visiting this place like every day. Kids will visiting this place every day.
We need this place.
Yeah.
I need this place. I didn't have a place with grass to rest in the summer.
For these guys,
Yeah, for them. It's
for kids.
for us, for kids, for
And
our dogs. We have 2 dogs.
It's like, you know, that it's one of the best places when you're trying to create something for yourself because you're enjoying it. And also other guys could enjoy it.
This was taken like a piracy too, yeah?
Yeah.
Now it's not. Now it's
Now it's
officially
official.
green zone.
Like
Officially, it's a green zone by
fake it
Kyiv
before you
government.
make it, but for now. Yeah, so,
No, I think it's cool that you're like, fuck it, I'm taking this shit, like, you know, it's good.
yeah, so yeah, like if your country don't like believe and don't like know about the international rules, so if you are not following
Using this rule,
yeah,
we're
if you're not
following
following
the
the rules, so why
So-
we should follow in the
Yeah.
rules?
But
about
we
your
did it in
countries?
civilian way. We didn't take the Crimea. We just take the part of our land, Ukrainian land, and make it green. Not a garbage place, which was for many years before, because they didn't. They just rented it and make it like a pile of garbage.
Yeah, and also there are no so many green zones in this area, so we are
Yeah.
interested in every green piece.
Yes, and my idea to inspire other people to do the same things.
Throughout Kyiv.
Yeah.
Yes. Because as much people will do it, as much community will be stronger.
Ukraine is a story of liberation. A part of that story is the obvious one, liberating the lands Russia currently occupies. Then there's Ruslan and Olga's story of reclaiming the land Russia once leased. It's more than symbolic. Russia bombs this country almost every day, and air raid sirens are a common occurrence here. Most people don't rush to the shelters. They'd never be able to live if they did, many of them would tell you. So, despite the risks, they stay put. In green zones like these, and continue on with their reading, chatting with their friends, and getting on with their lives. People have long decided they dance to their own tune, not to the death beat of Moscow. And yes, Ukraine may be struggling to fend off Russians from taking more of their territory, but they can at least do what Olga and Ruslan have done: reclaim land where no Russian troops are standing in their way.